This is not financial advice. This is Crypto.XL back on another one. Okay, team. So, Bitcoin struggling to get back above to go back towards the 73,480 all time high that we achieved a few weeks back on March 11th. So, which is this month, if you think about it. I know it seems like, time is a long time ago. That's the thing with crypto. Like each week feels like a month in traditional finance, right? So 1 year of crypto is equivalent to 10 years of traditional finance, right? So yeah, the all-time high was 73,400 approximately. We came back down to approximately 60,000, and we were anticipating maybe more downside, but it seems like we've turned around and we went all the way up to 71,500 approximately. We pulled back a little bit, and there might be more up momentum. At this point, short term, guys, honestly, anything can happen. We can continue to pump higher, or we can get rejected and come down and get a 30% rejection. So anything at this point is possible as we head into the halving. What I will say is just be prepared for both scenarios, right? It's very dangerous to not be in the market right now because if we take off from here, you would have to end up buying at higher prices, which is dangerous. You don't want to do that because we're at all time highs, right? That all being said, if we get a 30% pullback, you definitely would want to have money to buy that dip because that would be the dip of a lifetime. That would be the dip of history. You will tell your grandkids about that dip, right? So, either scenario, just be prepared for both. Again, the halving is next month. Next month starts in 5 days, 6 days, right? So, we're already there if you think about it. So, that's around April 20th ish, right around there, and we're very, very close, right? So just make sure you have a plan, you have your bags packed, and you have a plan for either scenario. And make sure you're not going to be shaken out by a dip, right? Like, don't let a dip surprise you and be like, oh man, I was wrong, I'm selling everything. Because that could be the moment that you realize that you messed up, right? So make sure you have a plan for both. Looking at the crypto bubbles here, we have a few coins reacting well. Um, Actually, this doesn't look on the daily. This doesn't look that good here from the top 100. Yeah, it's only a few of them that are sticking out from 200 to 300. Uh, CVC. Well, that's a surprise. It's kind of a mixed bag. Not anything really surprising or outstanding here. Um, Ooh, looks like Naka is down 18%. That's a nice little bargain there. What I will say about this is that the reason why I'm surprised at this is that the Patreon gems are banging. They don't look like this. That's why I'm surprised that I forget what the overall market's doing sometimes because my gems are just they're popping. It's like popcorn. When one isn't popping, the other one's popping all over the place, right? If you're looking at coins that are on a discount, giving you some free alpha here. For you meme coin degens, Solana is down 33% today. Um, Razor Phi Solar, this is a Launchpad token, is down a whopping 26% today. That's incredible. So at some point, the Launchpads are going to completely melt faces. So, I mean, getting this at a 26% discount is pretty good. Arker down 23%. Eggdog meme coin with a market cap of 3 million is down 23%. Peng meme coin is down 21%, market cap of $51 million. So the reason why I mention meme coins at all is because they have been performing. Meme coins, I would not make more than, like, let's say 5% of my portfolio. I don't want to be memed out because what goes up in a straight line can come down in a straight line. DSLA protocol down 20%. Nice. That's a nice little bag. I did mention Nakamoto Games there. Very good project. Decentralized gaming, one of the leading gaming cryptos with a 204 market cap is down 17%. Space Falcon down 18%. Senate down 60%. Epic Protocol down 17%. Uh, Orbify AI crypto, pretty good crypto. Nice, good long term hold, down 17%. Only has a $13 million market cap. A lot of dilution here, guys. Only 20% of the circulating supply is out. But if you're looking to, DCA into some AI plays, there you go. Genomes DAO, really good crypto, down 17%. Shopping down 16%. Taboo token down 16%. Viia down 13%. So, looking for some DCA opportunities, I gave you a plethora to choose from AI coins, which I feel are going to perform really well. This bull market, good long term holds, into the high risk DGen lottery ticket, ride or die meme coins, right? Either you end up having a legendary story or it just goes to zero. One of the two, right? So there you go. I gave you some free alpha there. Um, for those who are paying attention, I've always promoted DexCheck. The projects that they have coming out on their launch pads cannot be matched. Right now, it's not, the price performance is not as good as it should be. This is a hugely undervalued gem. It's one of my stables, and I will be DCAing. It's an opportunity for me to get more allocation in the Oracle tier and to get a bigger bag in the new cryptos coming out. Speaking of new cryptos coming out, what's been out recently? VIA. It's been out now for, I said recently. It's been out since February. No, again, crypto, man. So this came out last month. Feels like it's been out for like 6 months. This is crypto. Crypto ages you. I'm telling you, guys. I'm only 21. So VIA, right? It came out last month and it had a boom. It went up to almost $3. It doesn't show on the chart, but my memory does not fade yet. I still have my memory. It was almost $3, 2.99 to be exact. And someone wanted to be funny, so a whale dumped it 2.99. And then it retraced all the way down to $1, right? And now it looks like it's starting to curve back up, right? So for those of you who are astute and who are paying attention to what's going on, right? For those of you who are paying attention here, VIA has a launch pad coming out. Okay, they have a launch pad that you could get into seed and private sales, right? And basically the early bird gets the worm. So if you wanted to get a good allocation, you would pick up a whole lot of VIA early while others are not. You see what happened? It came down this low right here because people are worried about the token vesting and the dilution. But I think some of that is past. And there's going to be more vesting, by the way, along the way. I'm just saying immediate vesting like this week. Most of that's past, right? So who wanted to dump already dumped. And again, this has an $11 million market cap currently. Fully diluted, by the way, is 132. So that's almost a 10x here. That's more than a 10x dilution coming up. But short term, this can rocket because it's only $11 million and it's an AI crypto with a good team and great marketing, right? And a launch pad coming out with seed and private sales. So I get in where I fit in, if you get my drift, right? So yeah, this is a strong AI play. I'm definitely with that. And again, if not for the appreciation of the crypto, like the price appreciation of the investment, I would be looking at being able to get seed and private sales and a really nice fat allocation right in the heart of the bull market, and get in before other people know about it or they're paying attention. I'm not going to wait for them to launch their launch pad and them to have the top 5 projects in crypto, and then I'm going to start to get an allocation. Then I'm going to start to get some VIA token. No, 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 no. I'm going to be buying it when it's all the way down here. It's so low. How low can you go? Let me see you touch the flow. When it's all the way down there, that's when I'm going to buy it. gonna buy it when it's all the way down there, and I'll wait 3 months or whatever I have to wait, and then when the launch pad comes out, I'm top tier. That's how we do things here, man. In the Patreon, that's how we do it. So absolutely, keep an eye out for this. I would try to accumulate. I wanted people to accumulate a little bit lower. Congratulations to those of you that did, because you never know, right? You don't know in crypto if we're going to come back. Are we going to go back to a dollar? I don't know, right? But I know that a dollar is a good price. I mean, yeah, yeah. Well, it was 45 cents before, and yeah, but this is one of those cryptos that's going to keep on going up, right? It's just going to keep on going up. You look at AITech, right? Look at AITech, and you're like, he had all this time to accumulate. He's like, no, I'm going to wait for it to go lower. I'm going to wait. No, it's going to go back. It's going to retrade. I'm going to wait for it to go lower. It's going to go low. Oh my God. You see? It's best to, when you get a good price, just lock in the good price. That's what I would do, right? Because now getting in on the top tier on the AI Tech Launchpad, what is that even, right? I think 100,000 is the start of the Diamond League, right? Is it 100,000, right? So $28,000, guys. Top tier, $28,000. And I think there's different diamond levels, right? Like I think you could stack the diamonds, but I mean it's 28K. So I'm not going to wait until it's 28K for me to get to that top level, because you know then I go top level, I spend 28K to get in, right? And then I get like $100 allocation or 150 or something, so I'll just get it when no one wants it, right? When the market cap is $11 million instead of when it's where are we at, $147 million. And I'm not knocking AI Tech. AI Tech is a great project, and I would accumulate here. By the way, if I'm looking for price appreciation on AI Tech, because I still think from here we have a 20x from AI Tech, right? Um, but if I wanted allocation for a launch pad, $148 million market cap, instead of buying a project that's $148 million market cap, I buy a project that's $11 million market cap, because that's going to give me a higher tier when it's time for me to get my IDO allocations, right, or my pre-sale allocations. If you get my drift, if you understand me. So absolutely, man. VIA, don't sleep on this, guys. I know most people are, but don't be one of them, man. Don't be a zombie. Don't follow the herd. Don't be a zombie, right? So next up on the list, GTAI. I guess I'm all AI now, right? I've been talking about meme coins so much, I want to get it out of my system. It's like, let's talk about AI. So yeah, GT protocol, it seems to have woken up. It's basically Bitcoin started to have a movement towards 70K, and because of that, all the altcoins started moving, and in particular, my altcoins. They started to move up, and GTAI is one of them. I have a really, my spider sense is tingling about this crypto, and I know investments and feelings don't really mix too well. But for me, it's actually worked out, which is kind of strange. I think that this is going to go places, and I can't wait to come in and open the portfolio one day and see GTAI at like $15. I think I'll be so happy, just to be like, man, I knew it, I knew it. Just so I could say that to myself, not to even say it to anybody else, just to say it to myself, like yes. And I'm like, well, why did that happen? Because the dilution and the market cap and the so fully diluted market cap, right, is $272 million, right? So if I'm talking about it going to $15, right? So that would be like 5 times 272. Let's see if what I'm saying is reasonable, guys. Let's see if it's just hopium. I'm just like talking crazy. Let's see if that's the case, or can it go to $4 billion? Can it go to 4 billion? Guys, I don't think that I'm that far off. I don't think it's crazy at all, right? Because I'm saying GTA could go to 4 billion, right? Well, let's bring up my favorite comparison, render. I just keep on calling him render every time I feel like I want to make a comparison, right? So render is billion right now, right? And we're not at the peak of the bull market, right? The bull market has started. We're having a lot of fun. It's exciting, ups, downs, sideways, like your ex, relationship. It's all crazy and stuff, right? So it's all over the place. But render is $5.8 billion, right? It's $5.8 billion right now, right? And we're not at the peak. So can do we think from here render could do 5x, 5x, and is it possible, guys? I think it's possible, right? So 5 times 5 is 25. That would be like $25 billion render, right? So for GTA, I wasn't even asking for that much, guys. I wasn't. I was asking for what render is right now. I wasn't asking for what render is going to be. So I don't think I'm too far off, and my number might actually be conservative. It might be for the first time, guys. It might be. I might actually be conservative. So, yeah, GTA, man. I'm getting good vibes from it. I like the team. I like the marketing. I like their message. I like what the app can do. And I like the fact that they're on like a million exchanges. How many? That's 26 exchanges, guys. I mean, look, you pick an exchange, guys. Pick an exchange. It's like whack a mole. Let's attack this exchange. Oh, well, they have 26. They have 25 others. Shout out to KuCoin. So, yeah, man, definitely. I think that this can go places. This can go. Actually, every coin I just mentioned can go places. In case you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed the record, I think I'll remind y'all. Now, if you haven't noticed the record, maybe I should speak on the record a little bit. Maybe I will. I have Solidus here. Oh, this project was launching. That's why I had it up. Yeah. So, by the way, the Patreons are crushing it. We're completely crushing it. We just jumped into a meme coin. It went 10x in 2 days, and you were not in the Patreon, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry you weren't in the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon members, by the way. The guys with the vision, who saw the vision early, who saw the bat signal and responded. Yeah, we're completely crushing it. So that was just the latest coin. We have multiple projects that have done 10x's. Multiple. I called Codex. Codex did a 6x in 1 day. I called DChat. DChat. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because you're not going to believe me if I tell you. I'll pull it up. Right. So DChat, we were accumulating back here, and people were like, "Why does this guy keep on doing buy alerts for this crypto that no one cares about? Like, what's wrong with him? Like, I don't know, man." Then one day, boop. See, you just have to be basically you have to be patient, right? Because during all of this, there's nothing to really convince you that this is a good buy, right? There's nothing to really convince you of that. You just have to be patient and accumulate. I'll put the buy alerts on like certain coins that I think are undervalued, and then one day you get this, right? So if you were to like take out your initials during this, that's fine. You could just let the rest ride, and just wait till the next time it goes whoop, whoop. There it is. Just wait for the next time that it does that because it's going to do that again, right? And just be patient. It's fine. We're not in a rush over here, right? So which one did I say? I said CDX, right? I said Codex. Yeah, Codex chain. There's so many cryptos. Make sure that there's like three codexes or something. Which one's a real Slim Shady? So I was accumulating this too, and then one day, whoop, same thing. There it is. I said up 7x one day. I think that's actually more than that's like a freaking 10x. But I mean, who's counting? I'm not counting, guys. So just and I said one day, but the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 3 days, guys, you got me. It was 3 days. Maybe if you count this one day here, that no, the one day is a 7x. I'm actually right again, again. She doesn't like it either. I'm always right. Doesn't like it. But yeah, man. So absolutely, look at this. Easy gains, man. Easy gains. Oh, by the way, what's that financial disclosure that you have in documents? Like past performance does not. No, past performance is not indicative of future performance, and nothing's guaranteed. And crypto is highly risky, and you could lose all your money. And I am not a financial advisor. I don't sound like one, right? Financial advisors don't use some of the phrases I use. I actually think that I'm better than a financial advisor. But again, that's my opinion. And I'm allowed to have that opinion because I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. My theory to what I'm doing to crypto and everything is completely different than traditional education and information. The traditional system will have you believe that the way to do it is to work for 55 years and to put your acorns aside and to wait. Hopefully, you could retire at first it was 59, then it was 62, then it was 65, then it's 67, now it's 69. By the time you guys are ready to retire, it's going to be 75. They're going to want you to retire at 75 years old. When you retire, you find out that the Social Security money that you have saved up all this time, that they spent it. It's no longer there, right? But you're going to be too old to fight them. You're going to be old and scared. You're not going to be able to fight. You're just going to be mad and you're just not going to know what to do. And if you do get your money, the reason why you get your money is because they're going to print 10 times your money that exists, 10 times the money supply, and then they're going to give you 0.000000001 of that, right? So basically, what I'm trying to say is that do not depend on somebody else for your security, right? Because you'll be insecure, all right? Don't depend on it. Definitely expect it, but things are changing. I don't know if you see what's going on, but just to clarify what's going on is that the world is a different place and that there's a lot more competition around the world in general, right? Because there are people manufacturing goods in every single country. Well, in most countries around the world. A lot of countries that were not as competitive as in the past are super competitive now, and because they're becoming more competitive, because they're producers now in other countries, right? Um, the Western world has to compete with these producers, and so they're not getting everything for cheap anymore, and that puts more pressure on the American citizens. It's weak that the power of the dollar and the fiat currency is weakening against other currencies, right? So the world is a lot more competitive and the world is becoming more automated. That's another big thing, right? It's becoming more automated. The ability of artificial intelligence is increasing, and which means the value per person, as far as labor is concerned, is not as valuable as in the past, right? So, I guess that's just some of the things that is causing all of this turmoil. I'm sure there's a lot more other things, and I'm sure there's other people that can break it down better than I have just broken it down. But the bottom line is this: the bottom line is that the amount of reward that you get per hour of work that you put in is not the same as how it used to be. It's becoming harder and harder for you to make an honest living and for you to take care of yourself and take care of your family. And if you follow traditional methods of, putting the money in the stock market or putting 10% in the stock market, I think it becomes impossible to live the kind of life that you really, truly, really and truly desire. And I think what most people desire is financial freedom. It's not necessarily the yacht or the Lamborghini or the McMansion. That's not really what people desire. People want the ability to stay home with their children, to raise their family, to take time off, to go to the countryside, to go to the beach, and just to the freedom to live life on their terms and to do the things they want to do. And it's not because anybody's lazy, right? It's not. It has nothing to do with being lazy. It has to do with a strive for freedom. People want freedom, complete freedom, freedom and autonomy, that they could think what they want to think, they could write what they want to write, and say what they want to say, so long as they don't infringe upon the rights of others. But we're increasingly seeing that we're living in a society that is, well, it's everything is sensitized, sensationalized, and programmed. You're programmed with what you can say, with what you can do, what you can think. And if you try to do anything outside of what the overseers of the system say that you should do, you're penalized by having your finances frozen, right? So crypto represents the way out. It represents a way out of the matrix. Okay, so we're talking about two different things here, because I was talking about financial freedom, but I'm also talking about freedom, right? Now, I do realize that what people are generally trying to do, that uh, it's going against a power system and a structure that is, generational, and it's very hard to obtain true freedom. But regardless, it's inherent inside every human being to just not want to be messed with, right? So we don't really have a choice. It's within our DNA that we're going to strive for freedom, whatever the case. And the best way to keep someone enslaved, by the way, is to convince them that they're a slave. And that's what the current system convinces people about. That from day one to day is programming. It's programming you to be weak, subservient, scared, nervous. Look at the news. They bombard you all day with, oh, there's going to be terror. I don't even know if I can say this stuff on YouTube. There's going to be this. You should be afraid of those people because they're different. They're a different shade than you. Oh, those people are old. Don't like the old people. Oh, the young people are crazy. They don't. Oh, those people are different religion. You shouldn't like to be scared of them. What? And it's all of this division and fear mongering. Men should be upset with women. Women should be upset with men. Get your freedom. It's all this fear mongering and it's programming. And the programming is to keep people separate and to keep them weak, right? I think I've gone off on a tangent. I have. Everything I've said just now, by the way, is relevant to everything I'm doing. It's relevant to the core opinion of the channel, and it's relevant to you in your life decisions. So if there's any takeaway from it, try to get some takeaway from what I'm saying, even if you don't like the coins that I'm talking about, right? Because it seems like I'm just talking about a bunch of random coins on the internet. But all of this is intermingled. And if you look deep down into why you're looking into crypto, guess what? I, I probably touched a button there, didn't I? Right? You think at first you're like, oh, I just want to make $100 from this trade. Nah, it's deeper than that. Why do you want to make the money, right? And people think it's simple, like, oh, these guys just want the money for the pretty woman and to floss. And no. It's not that simple. It's a deep down desire for sovereignty, to be your own bank, to make your own decision without someone bullying you and pushing you into a corner and stuff. Right? It has nothing to do with being a rebel and being crazy or whatever they try to put on the news, which was a lie to keep you away from crypto. It has nothing to do with that. It has to just wanting the ability to decide what you want to do with your Monday through Friday, right? Maybe you want to go visit a beach in Florida this weekend. You want to have the freedom to do that without having, you're limited to a 2 day week, 2 weeks in a year, and you've used 7 days out of the 2 weeks, and now you only have 3 business days left to use, and you can't use a weekend unless you're sick. And you don't want to deal with that, right? What if a family member of yours has cancer, and now can I schedule to see whether I can see my family member before they die or not? I don't know if I have enough days. Or you really want to live your life like that, like a roach? You have no control. So you really, I'm talking to myself here. This is not financial advice. You don't have a choice. And I'm just talking to myself. You have to strive for better, right? At least I would be, right. I wouldn't just accept the norm. But going back to my video and everything I was saying, I gave you some killer coins. We're up 10x on meme coins, guys. Ridiculous. And we're taking some of the meme coin profits and we're putting it into Dex Check. We're putting it into AITech. We're putting it into Engine Starter. And again, if you're not part of the team, the dream team, if you're not part of the Patreon, I really wonder why at this point you're not. Because if I was coming into the market, I'll be looking for a team like this, just like this. And there are other good teams out there, but why chance it? You might not get this quality, right? You might get something different. My mission is to get the information and to forward the information and to get it in as soon as possible. Because time is money, and money is time. Actually, time is more valuable than money if you really think about it. But time and money are related, right? So you want to free up your time, right? So and you want the money to make more time for you, or to free up your time, because the time is more valuable, right? So I think my video is going to shut off soon, but yeah, Crypto.XL. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Incredible information down there. We're completely crushing it, exactly as predicted. And I will see you guys on top, all right? Take care. Crypto.XL.